question. Promise. How much do other countries, like the other ASEAN countries, spend in terms of percentage for tourism compared to us? In percentages, no? I mean, I don't need any...
Mr. President, the
Sandali
other
lang. Majority Floor Leader, Senator Revilla. Senator Villar, makinig kayo sa sagot na to kasi tutulungan nyo ang Secretary of Tourism at ang chairman natin madagdagan ng budget. Makinig kayo.
Mr. President, yung ibang bansa po, they spend 47%.
O yan na, 47% of what?
Of their national
Of their budget.
Average po yan. Tayo po ay 0.0063 of our
Masyadong malaki yata 47%. That's bigger than the national defense budget and all. Maybe 10% of the budget? Parang malaki yata masyadong 47%.
ASEAN? Like Thailand? Kasi pag nakita mo, di ba, they're so very, how do I say it, very clear, no? Yung kanilang
Ito,
tourism priority.
Magkano yung pesos? Yeah, kasi for example, Indonesia,
O yan, let's hear the figures.
37 billion.
37 billion.
Yeah, tayo 3 billion.
Oh, yun.
37
So that's a
billion pesos, equivalent to pesos.
Yes.
So probably that's, if they have a
37 billion.
5 trillion budget, that's only less than 10%. So
But in terms of comparison of the
6%.
raw numbers,
yan ha.
it's like 37 billion versus 3 billion.
Yes. Tama.
In Indonesia ba? Indonesia ba yun? That was Indonesia?
Indonesia.
Okay. Do you have one more?
Malaysia, 20 billion.
Pesos. Versus our 3 billion.
Yeah.
Okay. So that gives us an idea, Your Honors, Mr. President, how much the other countries spend. Yun lang. Thank you.
Thailand, 6.2.
And you can see it, Your Honors, no?
You
If
can
I may
see it.
If I may add to the discussion, gentlemen and ladies, one thing that they spend a lot is international marketing. I see when you watch CNN, Turkish Air promotes Turkey. I was mentioning that earlier to Senator Cayetano. Then you have Invest Brazil in CNN. And then you have Thailand, the commercials for Thailand and other countries. Even African countries now are putting out ads in CNN. So maybe we could suggest to the Secretary, I know your budget is limited. Let's find a way to augment your budget, if not this year, next year, for international advertising. Let's prepare muna the infrastructure.
Maybe we can
Yeah, we
ask,
prepare
Your
the
Honor, if
infrastructure.
there is a budget for international
ask.
advertising. Would
The distinguished sponsor know if we have budget for international advertising? I remember before in London, they used to put Wow
Yes.
Philippines on the side
On
of the London
the
bus.
buses, yes.
On the buses.
And the taxis also yata.
Yes.
And meron din ho tayong nilalagay dun sa Waterloo Station
Yes.
during the World Travel Mart.
So do we have a budget for that this year?
For the marketing, it's 1.1 billion pesos. 1.1 billion
Maybe at
pesos.
some point, the chairman can kahit pahabol na lang, just share with us in the lounge tomorrow. How much is it to place an ad in? Like, sabi niyo nga, Mr. President,
Yes,
sa CNN. No?
CNN.
Out of curiosity, baka yung 1 billion na yun, isang linggo lang yun, ubus na yun.
Oo nga eh.
Hindi natin alam.
Dollars yung bayad.
Kasi itatarget nyo pa yun, di ba? Like, you're probably, maybe or maybe not just targeting Asia. You might be targeting European countries.
Hindi, kaya nga ako parang they also try to use social media.
Yes, like our guests, Your Honor, your guests
the other day. Becoming
Diba?
Filipino.
Engage yung mga
Yes.
vloggers that can promote the Philippines.
Thank you, Your Honors.
So, also, is it no other member wishes to interpolate anymore? I
Yeah,
just
Mr.
want to put-
President, may I just, the
the
minority
minority
leader
leader
would
is
like to
recognized.
make a manifestation, Mr. President. I move that he be recognized, Mr. President.
Yes,
Minority
Mr. President,
Floor
thank
Leader,
you. Just a manifestation that the minority joins the majority in the support for the budgets of the tourism sector or tourism family. So, but in the interest of full transparency, may I just ask that all the GOCCs attached to the Department of Tourism, I think binilang na namin ni Madam Chairwoman yan, around 5 of them submit their corporate operating budgets just for full transparency. Mapag-aralan din po namin. Sige. Okay, so good luck to all of you. Hindi na ako magsalita dahil napakaganda na po nung mga pledges of support na sinabi po ng ating mga magigiting na kasama rito po sa Senado. So we are here to help the tourism sector. But thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, we joined the distinguished minority leader in fully supporting the Department of Tourism and its attached agencies. I just want to put on record, Mr. President, more than a month ago, I was in Turkey, Mr. President, and I was surprised that they have 11 million tourists a year, Mr. President. And we're not shooting for the stars. We're not shooting for what France is experiencing, having 70 million tourists a year. But remember, Mr. President, one foreign tourist can actually or easily produce at least 5 jobs, direct and indirect jobs. So could just imagine how it would help our economy and our people. So we are all here to support the department and its attached agencies. And so I move, Mr. President, that we close the period of interpellations and consider the budget on the Department of Tourism Office of the Secretary be deemed submitted for the body's
Before I move
consideration.
and yes,
And TIEZA, Mr. President.
before I act on the motion, I just want to put on record so that the Secretary will hear, together with the other members of the agency. It's also really just an imaging problem of our country. Our country is one of the best islands in the world. We were just voted as the #1 island destination of the world. Congratulations to the DOT family and to our country. But we have to put now a proper perspective that with that moniker, we have to get more tourists here. So we'll support your multi-sector effort, particularly with the DOTR. Tomorrow, the DOTR family will be here. I promise you, we will ask Secretary Bautista why we have to wait in the tarmac for 3 hours every time we come home, or 2 hours. Senator JV also was in the same boat. And nakauwi na po ako ng Cagayan de Oro and back with the 3 hours wait time. Pero ang punto ko dyan, Your Honors, and when I found out, apparently, 7 of the bays, the tubes are busted. So we have to start repairing them so that we don't have these delays. So at the soonest possible time, if you can have the meeting with the DOTR, with your DOT family, and the other agencies like the DOH, particularly on the One Health Pass, would be the best for our country. You know, we just came also from promoting our country. Each one of us here came from missions in Europe. Mark and our group were in Brussels, and we were able to sell the country in France and in Brussels. Very excited to come. As a matter of fact, there's 2 major delegations that will come here next year. It's the French Parliament, National Assembly, and senators, as well as the European Parliament are coming as well. And by the way, we want to let you know that we are also hosting the APPF. Under my leadership, together with the Minority Floor Leader and all the members here, we accepted to host the Asia-Pacific Parliamentary Forum of 30 countries. All their legislators and the heads of the legislative bodies will be coming here in November. We're going to ask the help of the DOT. And I think we're trying to show the world that we're back in business after the pandemic. We're open to tourism once again. And we're with you, partnered with you in pushing for tourism. And I know you can't get your whole budget now. Maybe in the next budget we can add for more advertising and for your local promotions of tourist sites. There's so many beautiful tourist sites. And I thank the Secretary for promoting Mindanao. Regardless of what some people are saying about Mindanao, it's a very safe place in Samal Island, in Camiguin, in Siargao, one of the most beautiful areas. And even in Pagadian, in Dakak, and all that are beautiful areas to visit. So I thank you, Secretary. I thank the DOT family for promoting Mindanao. Even I have lost political stock from coming out asking the media to help promote the Philippines. But that's it. We have to show a good image of our country. And I say this because, It frustrates me when I talk to my friends from the US and Europe, come to the Philippines, the first image is, but they're shooting people in the street. It's not, there's no shooting people in the street. It's so safe here. I take my kids to the mall in Mindanao by myself with no bodyguard. It's absolutely safe in our country. That is the image we need to project outside the country so that we can have also 11 million tourists, or maybe Thailand's 20 million tourists can come here to our country. So you have our full support. With that, there
Thank
being
you,
no
Mr.
objection,
President.
the budget, yes, Madam.
Yeah, Mr. President, siguro just to add, na para hindi, on good news, kasi we have to commend the Department of Tourism, na exceed nila yung target nila na tourist arrivals na 1.7 million.
2
So,
million na yata,
as of
no?
November 14, 2 million na yung
congratulations.
tourist arrivals na.
Congratulations. Hindi naman po pogo yan, ha? Hindi naman pogo yan.
Hindi, wala.
Ay, okay, joke lang. All right. With that, there being no other member wishes to interpolate the budget of the Department of Tourism, the Tourism Infrastructure Enterprise Zone Authority, and all its attached agencies are deemed submitted. Congratulations. Session suspended for 1 minute.